Voice went, death.
Death, confinement and execution await us in Anglesey.
Whoa, it hit me right in my hand! You... Hello, I'm Yvette Fielding, and this week I've brought my team to Wales and the very haunted Beaumaris Gaol.
The jail is situated in Anglesey, Wales, and was built in 1829 by Joseph Aloysius Hanson. It housed men, women and children who had committed crimes from stealing and housebreaking to murder. The prisoners were given hard labour and were put to work on the tread wheel, and if any inmates behaved inappropriately, the whipping room was another place that instilled fear into the prisoners. There were 2 public hangings that took place at Beaumaris, where immense crowds were said to have gathered. The accused was led out of the door and onto a walkway. He walked through another door to where the noose and crowds waited. The jail was closed in 1878 when it became a police station until the 1950s. And in 1974, the old jail was opened to the public as a museum.
With such a harsh history of imprisonment and capital punishment, it's no wonder that Beaumaris Gaol is tormented by supposed lost souls. So who would be mad enough to spend last night completely alone and in the dark? Well, that would be John Gilbert and Stuart. And this is what happened.
Right, so me and John are in the condemned cell now. Are we going to close that door, John?
Shall we?
Yeah, close that door. Probably going to spend, what, we're spending half an hour?
We'll spend a few minutes.
In this room,
I think we're going to walk.
We're
Not
gonna
spend
just-
all the time in this room. We're going to walk up and down.
Okay.
That's the idea. So, what do you want to do? Shall we sit down on the bed?
Has it got a mattress on it?
No.
No.
What, did you just push something?
I did not push anything, no.
Didn't you hear that?
Is the door, have you shut this door?
Oh, the door's come open. Is there anybody there?
Hey? What's that shiny thing?
Is it a
Isn't that just
reflection?
reflection?
Glass? Yeah, it might be.
Put your torch on.
Oh!
What's that?
The door's open again.
Oh!
Is there anybody here? If there's a spirit of some...
Oh! John, I want mate.
You want to stick out of it?
What, do you want to stop or do you want to carry on? Because...
Oh!
So John and Stuart were certainly frightened by the events that took place. It unnerved them so much that they couldn't remain in the jail overnight. Maybe they would have more staying power with the rest of the Most Haunted crew during the 24-hour stay.
This is the exhibition gallery, where the temperature drops suddenly without any reason, and many people have experienced nausea and dizziness when entering the room. But the most frightening thing that appears here is a black mass, which has been witnessed many times, floating in the centre of the room.
I've been working as a tour guide in Beaumaris Gaol for the past 5 months over the summer period. I've been working in the shop as well. When I started off, I was a bit dubious about the place. It was a bit intimidating, but after a while I got used to the place. And every once in a while I'd sort of feel overwhelmed, as if someone was looking at me or following me around the jail. And I was picking up weird smells, like strong misty smells and sweet smells, like pear drops and sweets.
We do regular vigils here once a month. The information that we pick up here is different every time. We get lots of different energies passing through this building. There is one energy that's static here. It's a very dark energy, very strong. It's definitely a man who likes to pick on vulnerable women.
Only 2 executions officially took place here at Beaumaris Gaol. The first, William Griffith, was hanged in 1830 for the attempted murder of his wife, and the second wasn't until 1862. Richard Rowlands was hanged for murdering his father-in-law. They would have both spent their last hours in the condemned cell. Where to this day people complain of being pushed against the wall by an unseen force, others complain of being touched by ghostly hands, and a lonely phantom is said to lurk in the shadows. Some say that this phenomena is one of the executed men, which stands to reason, as even in death they couldn't escape the prison. Both were buried within the jail grounds.
One day I was here on my own. I was doing some jobs upstairs and I could hear the phone going, so I had to run downstairs, and as I was passing the middle corridor, I turned to my left and I saw a dark silhouette of a man by the iron stairs, and it was only for a split second, but I know he was there, definite, and that really scared me.
This corridor is a very scary place to be, as footsteps are heard regularly walking its length. It is thought they belong to the ghost of a warden who haunts this area. He's seen walking up this staircase towards the governor's office. As he approaches, the angry warden bangs on the door. His silhouette is clearly seen through the glass, but when investigated, there is never anyone there. But it's not just outside this office that ghosts are said to lurk. Inside is no place of sanctity, as people feel as though someone is standing behind them, while others complain of the walls mysteriously moving in and a severe tightening of their chest. Is the spirit of a past governor trying to communicate with us, or is this just a cold, lonely place with a terrible history? We have 24 hours to find out.
Most Haunted has investigated jails before, with fascinating results. Would Beaumaris be just as impressive? Dr. Kieran O'Keefe was keen to begin our investigation, but what did he expect from the location and from the crew?
There is some unusual phenomena that's occurred here in room 22 and also one of the other rooms, and there's this black mass. People have seen a shape that they can't describe. It's not a person, it's just a black mass that seems to appear in the centre of the room. Now, it's been corroborated by independent witnesses, and it's the sort of phenomena that hopefully we can capture on film.
Another phenomena, of course, is, and we're becoming so used to this on nearly every single location, is stone throwing. That's another thing, and objects being thrown. I really hope that that's going to happen tonight. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't, because we seem to be getting it all the time.
Yeah, and the stone throwing is something that we've had on other investigations, so yes, we're going to be expecting it here. In addition to that, there's kind of the explanation or the discussion that we've had many times. Why are these stones being thrown? Is it because they're trying to grab attention, trying to attract our attention in some way? What we can do is just ignore it.
And see what happens.
Just see what happens. You're in this frame of mind now where you're not scared by it. The rest of the team are not scared by it. They're expecting it, and maybe ignore it, and maybe more phenomena will happen in order to attract our attention. Something major that we can capture on film.
And I think that's the key. It's what's the next step now?
Definitely.
So, with the team feeling confident about spending the night here, I felt the time was right to let David Wells, our medium, enter the building. What would he unearth, and would the Most Haunted crew still be confident about spending 24 hours at Beaumaris Gaol?
I've got faces at these cell doors looking out at me. I want to open this door and just say, it's your time, it's now.
Right. All right.